Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NRCC Business Talk. Today, the General Manager of Philips from Romania, Marcin Molin, is here with me. Welcome, sir, to the program.
Hello.
You're into the air right now.
Yes.
Literally, figuratively. I think it's figuratively more than literally, because you're very much involved with the air quality in Romania, in Bucharest. And my first question would be, why? Why is this important?
Well, first of all, we know that there is some problem with air quality in Romania, but predominantly in Bucharest.
Mm-hmm.
And the second reason that we meet right now is the fact that winter is coming, and with winter there is heating, of course, which produces more pollution into air, but also because of certain weather phenomena, which is called temperature inversion, the air is trapped close to the ground with pollutions, and we breathe this in. So I strongly believe that it's a good moment to discuss this topic.
I don't think it's just in Bucharest. I was on the road from Târgu Mureș to Bucharest a few days back, and I noticed in Transylvania plateau villages that the smoke from the chimneys of people was staying close to the ground, and the whole villages were enveloped in some bluish air which was coming from the chimneys. Same thing in Bucharest, but we've got cars here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should be aware of that. Now, how is Philips addressing this issue, and why is it getting involved here?
What we started with, we installed 14 sensors. We teamed up with a company called Early. It's an independent company that produces such sensors. We bought those sensors, and they are installed in Bucharest, and they measure real time and the air quality, so that you can, as an individual, you can see whether currently you have a good air, you should rather stay at home. Is walk a good idea right now or not? Of course, not always.
Or running without
even.
a mask. Yeah.
Exactly. Not always we can, let's say, change our agenda, but at least, as we say, the first step is to be aware what is the situation.
Being aware of the situation, everyone can do it. Everyone can check the app, and you'll see it on the screen right now. There's the Early app that you can check right now. It's available in App Store and Android Play, or just App Store.
No,
Both platforms. You can download the app and you can check it every time you go out, and it's valid. These are data valid for Bucharest, and what are the cities? Ploiești.
Yeah, so we have in Ploiești, we have also Brașov, Cluj, and also Sinaia, because for people living in Bucharest, this is really important destination.
So what do you register? It's a particle?
Yeah, so we register particle. I don't want to go now into the details, but so-called PM 2.5 is the most important matter. And there are also data about humidity, pressure, and temperature, because all of this condition, they impact the level of the pollution in the air. And thanks to this data, the app is able to predict what will be the air quality in future. So it's also
it's a color coding system, so we know what type of impact can we see on our health.
Correct.
I remember seeing a few years back a chart for major cities in the world, which documented how many kilometers you need to run before the air pollution impacts your health in a much worse way than the health is given by the fact that you're running.
Yes.
So offsetting the running health benefit was around 3 or 4 kilometers in some European cities and other places around the world. So actually you can run in polluted air and not get a benefit, but the other way around.
Yeah, especially those small particles that stay in your lungs. You cannot breathe them out.
They're not going away.
Exactly. Yeah. And in long term, if you are exposed to a certain level, that can have an impact on your health.
Now you collected some data for what? How many months already?
Well, we started last year, so we have a long-term measurement, we can say like this. And already we spotted that in some months, especially during winter, the threshold is exceeded a couple of days or even weeks. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, really.
Daily, nightly, how is it? How is the distribution during day?
As I said, it depends on the weather condition. Normally, with the lower temperature, no wind, this is actually the condition in which the air quality or the air pollution is rising, especially in the winter because of the heating and the other things. When there is a rain, for example, it helps to purify air, so it works a bit like a sponge, brushing the air. So,
what kind of feedback do you have from the users? Do people write to the app? Do people comment on the content you're sharing on air pollution?
Yeah, exactly. So we started this, as I said, last year, and we also had campaign. People started writing to us, but also to our partner early. Some of them are shocked. There is also some, resistance because people, they don't believe it is like this.
Really?
But it's normal.
Yeah.
Especially if you are at this level, as we say, unconscious, unaware. So people don't know what is happening around. So the first step is to move from this unconscious, unaware to conscious, unaware at least, and then continue to just look around to check some applications that show this air quality, and based on this try to act. But also there are some equipments that help to purify air inside. If you notice that in your neighborhood there is a problem, you can act.
Well, I have an equipment like this, and I realized one thing. The moment I opened the window,
Yes.
Trying to get in some fresh air, and it's not fresh. It's polluted, and I was shocked to see that. Opening the window, and there's a dial on my device, and went up. Incredible. I mean, we as people grew up, as kids in this country, grew up thinking that opening the window is a healthy thing. And now we realize it's not always like that.
It's not always the case, indeed. So the world is changing. We have some benefits thanks to development, but also there are some downsides, and air quality or air pollution is one of those downsides that we need to be aware of.
Now, moving on to 2020, what's happening next? You're making people aware of the subject. How do you intend to press with it, cultivate it more?
Yeah, so one of the things is we will install more sensors. So we already discussed with Iași, with Timișoara, also with other cities.
You're going to be able to see my sensor in Pipera pretty soon.
Yes. So, that's one, so discussing with authorities. Second, everyone as individual can also install such sensor and actually raise awareness in the neighborhood, in the closest friend. But we also observe, and we are really happy about this, that also some other companies are picking up the topic. Like recently, I spotted IKEA Foundation, also started campaign about this. This is perfect. We are happy because we don't think that we can alone, address this. There are local authorities, NGOs, other companies, individuals, and this is exactly what we need to achieve.
What cities are next on the airline network?
Cities.
What cities do you plan to expand to?
So as I said, Iași, Timișoara, for sure, maybe Pitești.
Industrial areas.
Exactly, industrial areas.
Okay. Philips is involved with this globally, as I can think of. I mean, the airline network is present all across Europe. What tendencies do you see there, and what do you aim at? The company, what does it aim at with this kind of research, basically, because it's research?
So I mean, our mission is to improve people's life. So this air quality definitely stays at the heart of, of our mission. We also, apart from the air quality, we also have in our mission, for example, become carbon neutral till 2020. We also do research.
The pollution is not just coming from outside.
No.
Inside our homes.
Yes.
I also made this experiment in the bedroom, just moving up and down the sheets on the bed. It went up. The thing went crazy. Lots of particles, lots of dust.
Yes.
Probably other animals, and I don't want to think about it. So inside of our homes, which are more and more hermetically sealed because of the new windows and everything, it's also pollution.
Yes, it is. It might be. I'm not saying that it's always the case, but it really might be.
I saw statistics from Germany, and in Germany, in some homes, pollution was worse than outside.
It can be really. So that's why you need to be aware. You need to check yourself, because sometimes, as you say, staying at home is even worse versus going outside or just opening widely windows. So it's one of the, let's say, cliché that people believe. We're coming again to the question of awareness and understanding, where we live. This is the starting point.
There's also something that can be done. And I went to an electronics store the other day, and I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I wasn't even looking at the section where they had air humidifiers and purifiers. And it was probably one, as far as I remember, and it was just a humidifier device, also a dehumidifier device. And now it's maybe 10 products.
Yes.
There's a market forming on there.
Yes.
How big is this market, and how important will be this market, I don't know, in the next 10 years?
The market is still relatively low, but indeed it's growing heavily. So we talk here about strong double-digit growth year on year. Indeed, there are more and more producers coming with devices to purify or humidify air, which is great. But comparing, for example, Poland, this market is still 10 times lower in Romania. So definitely in the next years, I would foresee this market will grow and grow together with the awareness of people about the air quality.
Which is the biggest market in Europe for humidifiers, purifiers?
I think it's Germany. It's Poland.
Well, let's see the results, and I'll see you next year, 1 year from now, here for NRCC, when we hopefully are going to report on Air Pollution 2020 and the new network together with Airline that you're providing for Romanians.
Yes, very good idea.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll see you at the next NRCC Business Talk.